Just got out of the gym, tired as hell. Let's give you some 411. Jared Anderson has officially pulled out of the fight. We all seen it coming though. I guess there's some beef going on over there in Top Ring, and added to that, he's been getting high like a motherfucker last month. So, yeah, Jared Anderson pulled out the fight. So they're looking for a replacement opponent. I ain't gonna lie, I'm sick right now, but we kind of figured that Jared was gonna pull that shit. Now I'm in Brooklyn getting some jerk chicken. Here's my son.
I need another $20.
He knew the $20. Here's my wallet, man. Yeah, besides all that.
Say it ain't so, say it ain't so, say it ain't so. Jared Anderson has pulled out, according to Jarrell Miller. He has officially pulled out of the fight. Jarrell Miller, devastated. He didn't sound too happy about it. He wasn't boastful. He was more like he seemed like he was exhausted. I think that was a word. If I could read the expression on his face, it sounded like he was exhausted. You catch a guy in half around the world, and you call him out, and then you verbally agree, and you're face to face, and he's like, okay, talk to my people, I want it, let's do it. And then that person then gets away from you, gets out of your face, and pulls out of the fight. And my counterpunch to that is, I think we need to know why Jared Anderson did whatever. Because, see, we get too many of these situations where you got these fighters, they're face to face and they're eye to eye and all this, and they do the face off and all that stuff. They size each other up, and then somebody pulls out. I haven't heard anything on Jared's end, but obviously, this is news that Jarrell Miller wanted to spill. I haven't heard it anywhere else. I would feel more comfortable, honestly, if he comes with the explanations, other than he got high as an MFer. And then that makes me question, well, how do you know what he was doing in the States? Did you hear it from the grapevine? Did you hear it with the same sources that Anthony Joshua was concussed? You know what I mean? Because, things travel. But him saying, well, I heard he was getting high, it just lets you know that Jarrell Miller has some little birdies around, right? Kind of keeping the ear open for him, the ear to the streets, so to speak. But yeah, the overall, getting high as an MFer, I don't know. But what we do know, though, is that Jared Anderson has been in trouble with the law. He's been in trouble with the law, DWI, marijuana possession. So I'm assuming that's what he's alluding to, But if that's the only evidence he has, I don't think that that's what it is. He just may be just talking shit, knowing Jarrell Miller. But nonetheless, it is sad to see because, people would look at this, though, as karma, right? Because the fight with him and Derek Chisora didn't happen. He pulled out, based on, issues with his promoter. But still, he pulled out. He also pulled out in the Fabio Wardley fight due to an injury that wasn't that serious. But he still pulled out. So now Jared Anderson pulls out. So some people may say that, hey, well, maybe, Jarrell, you're getting a piece of your own damn medicine by pulling out of all these fights that we did want to see. Any one of those fights with any of those British fighters, Chisora or Wardley, would have been great. And we didn't see them. And it wasn't Derek's fault. And it wasn't Fabio's fault. It was Jarrell's fault. Now it's Jared's fault. You know what I mean? So, a lot of people could look at it in that light. You know what I mean? Because Jarrell Miller has pulled out a lot his damn self. But we still have to know why Jared Anderson pulled out, and hopefully his reasons or excuses are better than Jarrell Miller's. You know, I'm not saying an injury is a poor excuse, but we've heard the, hey, I'm injured, not to take a particular fight before. You know what I mean? So, you know, not saying it's just used too much for it to actually be considered credible. But nonetheless, according to Jarrell Miller, Jared Anderson has pulled out of their bout. Big Baby versus Big Baby. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.